What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, sorry, I've been out for a couple of days. I got pink eye on Monday night. Monday night I got pink eye. Tuesday I went to the doctor, and I have been out of commission for the past 3 days, and I've been miserable, so finally got some research done, and we are going to get into it. On Monday night, you also saw that we tried a paranormal ritual, something I had never done before, and the people I was with agreed that we would never do that again because things kind of happened. Like, we were tripping, we psyched ourselves out, and shit happened. So we're picking a much safer option. We're going to be talking about them from the safety of my bedroom, as you guys can tell. Peep my artwork and the thing, and yes, that is little me on the wall back there. So I picked about the 5 or 6 most popular rituals that I could think of off the top of my head. My socials are in the description. Make sure to hit me up. Tell me what your favorite game is in the comments section below, because I kind of want to know. I also have some great ideas coming up for you, but like I said, I did get pink eye. So any makeup related videos that I have going on or planned, including Murder and Makeup episode 3, are going to be held off for a couple of weeks because of that. So anyway, let's hop in. But before we begin, I do not recommend trying these videos. Actually, don't. Don't try these. They will mess you up. Anyway, so let's get into it. Number 1 is the Midnight Game. The Midnight Game originally started as a pagan ritual which was used as punishment for those people who disobeyed the gods. This game involves summoning the Midnight Man and trying to avoid him from midnight till 3:33 in the morning. People who have survived this game have warned that if you do walk out alive, you will never forget what you saw or you went through. There is guaranteed mental trauma that will last for a long time. Basically, all you need is a candle, matches, salt, paper, a pen, a wooden door, and a drop of your own blood. So, you'll have to prick your finger, blood. Write your name down on a piece of paper, put a drop of blood on it, turn all the lights off, and place a lit candle on the paper and place it in front of a wooden door. Knock on the door 22 times at 12 a.m. and blow out the candle while you open the door. Then shut the door again and relight the candle. The game has now begun. Draw a salt circle around yourself if you don't want to be caught, because if you are, then he will either trap you in a hallucination of your worst nightmare or rip your organs out one after the other. So here are the rules specifically from description. I did decide to pull up the rules for you guys, but I am not suggesting trying this because, yeah, not fun. So step 1, write your full first, middle, and last name on the piece of paper and put at least 1 drop of blood on the paper. Allow it to soak into the paper. Step 2, turn off all the lights in the place you are doing this. Go to your wooden door and place the paper with your name on it in front of the door. Now take out the candle and light it. Place it on top of the paper. Step 3, knock on the door 22 times. The hour must be 12 o'clock a.m. upon the final knock. Then open the door, blow out the candle, and close the door. You have just allowed the Midnight Man to enter your house. Step 4, immediately relight your candle. This is where the game begins. You must now look around your completely dark house with the lit candle in your hand. Your goal is to avoid the Midnight Man at all costs until 3:33 in the morning. Should your candle ever go out, that means the Midnight Man is near you. You must relight your candle within the next 10 seconds. If you are not successful in doing this, you must then immediately surround yourself with a circle of salt. If you are unsuccessful in both of your actions, the Midnight Man will create a hallucination of your greatest fear and rip out your organs one by one. You will feel it, but will be unable to react. If you are successful in creating a circle of salt, you must remain there until 3:33 a.m. If you are successful in relighting your candle, you may proceed with the game. You must continue till 3:33 in the morning without being attacked by the Midnight Man or being trapped inside the circle of salt. To win the midnight game, the Midnight Man will leave your house at 3:33 in the morning and you are safe to proceed with your morning. God damn. I don't know why anyone would try this. I've actually seen a lot of YouTubers who have done this, or they'll purposely break the rules, and shit hits the fan. So nada. I'd rather sit here and talk about them than actually do them, especially considering that I don't live by myself. I live with my family, and that could be putting my family at risk, because I do believe in the paranormal. Like, the paranormal will fuck with you if you give it the opportunity to. So yeah, nada. Not happening. Number 2. The Three Kings. To play this game, you need to set up 2 mirrors facing each other with a chair in the middle. The last thing you need is a lit candle. The chair is your throne and you are the king. The mirror has your queen and your fool, but you will have no idea which is which. The game starts at 3:30. Sit on the chair with the lit candle and stare into the darkness. The purpose of this game is to transport your consciousness from this dimension to another. This list is very long and you need every single piece in order to play. Do not leave anything out. A large, quiet room, preferably without windows. If you must use a room with windows, cover them up so no light from the outside can make its way into the room. The room should also have a door that will close and latch securely. A candle, preferably a sturdy pillar candle that will not burn or burn down quickly. A lighter, you have to light the candle, of course. A small bucket of water and a clean mug or cup. An electric fan. 2 large mirrors, an alarm clock. 3 chairs, a fully charged cell phone, a partner you trust to follow the rules and take the game seriously, a small object that holds sentimental or emotional value for you. Setting up the game. At 11 p.m., you should begin the setup for your Three Kings ritual. In your chosen room, place one of the chairs facing the north. This is your throne. Place the other 2 chairs on either side of the throne facing towards it. These chairs belong to the queen and the fool, and they should be about an arm's distance from the throne. Secure 1 mirror onto the queen's chair and 1 onto the fool's, again facing towards the throne. Sitting on the throne, you should be able to see your reflection in the periphery of your vision without having to turn and look. Place the bucket and your chosen cup or mug in front of the throne, just barely out of reach. You want them near enough in case you need them, but not so close that you might trip over them. Place the fan behind the throne and turn it on, but not on high. Medium or low should suffice for the purposes of the ritual. Turn the lights off and leave the room, making sure the door is left open, and go to your bedroom. Place your cell phone, candle, and lighter close to the bed so that you can reach them easily without having to hunt for them. Make sure the phone is fully charged. I would just leave it on the charger. Set your alarm clock for 3:30 in the morning. Take your chosen object and get into bed. It's time to sleep to prepare for what to come. Conducting the Three Kings ritual. When your alarm clock goes off at 3:30 in the morning, get out of bed, light the candle, and grab your phone. Keep your sentimental object with you at all times. You have 3 minutes to return to your prepared room. When you enter the room, close the door behind you. Your chosen partner in this ritual should wait right outside the room and be as quiet as possible. Protecting your candle flame, take your place on the throne. Your body should block the wind from the fan behind you and keep it from burning out the candle. The idea here is that should you slump to the side during your time in the room, the candle flame will be blown out by the fan, ending the ritual. Do not at any point look directly into the mirrors on either side of you. Also, do your best to not directly stare into the candle's flame. Assuming you've made it to your throne by 3:33 in the morning and all has gone according to plan, you may now begin the active part of the ritual by asking questions aloud. It may take time, but again, assuming you did everything correctly, you will soon be joined by the kings who answer your questions. Reportedly, you will actually hear your voices, but remember, no matter how startled or unsettling it may be, do not turn and look in the mirrors. Remember to take this seriously. This isn't a time to ask stupid questions regardless of what you may have heard before. Yes, they do exist. You have 1 hour with the kings to ask whatever you like. Prepared for your answers that you may not like, and be prepared for questions as answers to your questions. Finally, do not let the candle go out during your session. At 4:34 in the morning, your friend on the other side of the door should call out to you that the game has ended. If you do not respond, they should try calling your phone instead. If and only if neither of these methods succeed in getting your attention, then they should enter the room to try and snap you out of the ritual by calling your name. But they should not under any circumstances touch you. And if finally that doesn't work, they should use the mug to throw water from the bucket into your face. If you find yourself in a state of semi-conscious and it's time to return, focus on the personal item you brought with you and let it guide you back into a waking state. It may sound silly to you, but you have committed to the ritual thus far, then it's not a big stretch of imagination. As soon as you are aware that it is time for the ritual is up, you should stand up, blow out your candle, and leave the room to signify closure. Warnings. If you do not wake up at 3:30 in the morning, do not continue. If you return to your repaired room to find that the door is closed, do not continue and leave the house taking everyone with you. Do not return before 6 a.m. If the fan is turned off or no longer working in some way, do not return and leave the house taking everyone with you. Do not return before 6 a.m. Do not let your candle go out before the ritual is complete. Again, as stated above, do not at any point look directly into the 2 mirrors. It is said that what you see there may pull your consciousness inside and you could become trapped by the kings. Do not leave your throne before 4:34 in the morning. Do not go into this ritual acting cocky or disrespectful. It won't end well for you or your ritual partner. The risk level. This is the most detailed one that I could find, by the way, so we won't have all of this for all of the other ones, but still. Of all of the games we've covered in this series so far, this by far is the riskiest as it actually involves ritualistic elements and supposed spirit summoning. Those particular elements aside, you are also holding a lit candle for an hour, so there's a risk of burns as well. Make sure this is something you really want to do before you take on the 3 Kings ritual. Number 3. Again, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do these, and at the devil's hour when you're supposed to. Also, by the way, you hear them talk a lot about 3:30 in the morning. For those who don't know, the time between 3 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning is what is known as the witching hour or the devil's hour, where paranormal things are at the height of its happening. It's also where your body is the most physically weakest because you don't really have control of your body when you're sleeping. So yeah, that's when shit hits the fan, I guess. So again, on to number 3, which is one-man hide and seek. This game is based on an old ritual and is believed to summon the dead. Not just any spirits are called, just the restless ones that are always searching for bodies to possess. This game is simple. Take a doll and offer it to the spirit. You need to empty the doll of all stuffing and replace this cotton stuffing with rice and one of your fingernails or a strand of hair, and now sew it shut. Now place the doll in a tub filled with water and turn the lights off. Fill your mouth with salt water and go back to the tub. The doll would have disappeared. Go in search of the doll, but in the dark. The game must be played in the dark only. The game ends once you have found the doll and poured the salt water from your mouth onto it. Once it dries up, burn the doll and all of its remains. It is suggested to play this with a friend and not alone unless you want to experience all the horror and spookiness alone. People have reported that this game can go on for a very long time, and the demon doesn't run, but makes sure to scare the crap out of you while doing so. Okay, I don't know why I'm laughing because this actually sounds scary as shit, but still. So basically what you need is one stuffed doll. It must have limbs. So I don't know, just like a doll, I guess. Rice, enough to stuff the doll full. 1 needle and crimson thread. 1 pair of nail clippers. 1 sharp-edged tool such as a knife, glass shard, or scissors. 1 cup of salt water. Natural salt would be best. A bathroom with a bathtub and some form of counter. A hiding place, preferably a room purified by incense and ophida. There must be a TV in there. Preparation. Take out whatever the doll is stuffed with. Once the stuffing is removed, restuff it with rice. Clip a few pieces of your nails and put them inside the doll. Sew the doll up with the crimson thread. When you are finished sewing, tie the doll up with the rest of the thread. Go into the bathroom and fill your bathtub with water. Return to your hiding place and put the cup of salt water on the ground. How to do it. Give a name to your doll. This name can be any but your own. When the time is 3 a.m., say, "Your name is the first it," to the doll 3 times. Go into the bathroom and put the doll into the water-filled tub. Turn off all the lights in your house, go back to the hiding place, and switch on the TV. After counting to 10 with your eyes closed, return to the bathroom with the edged tool in your hand. Go to the bathtub and say to the doll, "I have found you," the doll's name. Stab the doll with the edged tool. Say, "You are next it," the doll's name, as you take the doll out of the bathtub and leave it on the counter in the bathroom. As soon as you've put the doll down, run back to the hiding place and hide. How to finish. Pour half of this cup of salt water into your mouth and do not drink it, just keep it there. Get out of your hiding place and start looking for the doll. The doll is not necessarily in the bathroom. Whatever happens, do not spit out the salt water. When you have found the doll, pour the rest of the salt water in the cup over it, then spit the salt water in your mouth onto it as well. Say, "I win," 3 times. Very significant. 3 times. You have to say that 3 times. This is supposed to end the ritual. After this, make sure you dry the doll, burn it, and discard it later. Most important, do not stop this ritual halfway through. You must finish through till the end. This is a dangerous ritual, and I will not be responsible for what happens if you try. Other things to keep in mind. Do not leave your house until you have done finishing the ritual. You must turn off every single light in the house when told to do so. Must keep quiet while hiding. Do not put the salt water in your mouth during the beginning. You only need it during the finishing ritual. Remember, if you are living with someone, you may have put them in the danger too. Keep the ritual/game under 2 hours, otherwise the spirit will be too strong to remove. For safety reasons, it is best to keep all the doors in the house unlocked, including your front door. As well, have friends close by so that they can come and help you at a moment's notice if you ever need them. Keeping a mobile close at hand would be a good idea too. Number 4, the dry bones ritual. This is a game where you are playing hide and seek with a demon, but you don't want to be on the losing end because the stakes can be very high. Make sure you have a candle and a match and go to your bathroom at 12:01 a.m. Stare into your mirror while lighting the candle with the matches. Allow the match to burn out on its own, then speak the words, "I am aware of your presence and I welcome you into my home. Come now." And then run. Run as fast as you can and hide. The game is simple. Survive all night long, and the only way to do so is to stay hidden. The game ends at 3 a.m. Once the clock strikes 3, go to the largest room in your house and say, "Thank you for playing, but you must leave now. You are no longer welcome." And you will hear a groaning sound, which means that the demon agreed to leave. You will be rewarded with a prize of your choice. If you lose, well, no one has ever lost or been around to say what exactly happens. So basically, here's how you play, or what you need, and then how you play. A bathroom with a mirror, handheld, is also fine. Some matches. Ensure that you are alone in the house, no pets or any other animals nearby. This must be played exactly at 12:01 a.m. All the doors in your house must be closed and secure. This includes any cabinets or cupboards, anything that can open. Turn off all the lights and electronic devices. Turn off anything that emits sounds, radio, TV, etc. When it is completely silent, you are ready to begin. If you hear anything that sounds out of the ordinary, then you should leave the house immediately and don't return until the next morning. It means he is already here, watching you. Sometimes even reading about this game can draw him near. Shit. If you are able to continue, then you should focus on your mind on something you want. Something realistically achievable. No floating houses. If you win the game, then your wish will be granted. Light a match and wait till it burns out. It is very important that you do not blow it out. If the match lasts 15 seconds, then he is pleased with you and you may continue. Note, I haven't found anything specifying whether you can light another match if the first one does not last for 15 seconds. That is your own choice. Lie on the ground and say, I am aware of your presence and I welcome you into my home, but not into my body. Come now. You should get up and go into the largest room of your house. The next part may take 5 minutes or 5 hours. There is no set time, so you'll need to be patient. When and if he is ready, then you will hear a low sound nearby, most commonly an unearthly moaning sound. If you should hear anything different, especially the voice of any kind, or feel a sensation or pressure on your body, then you should immediately leave the house. He will try and find you. You must hide quickly and remain quiet. You must remain hidden until 3 a.m. Only at this time is it safe to come out. If he catches you, he will do with you as he wishes, and I expect it won't be pleasant. If anyone comes home while you are playing, then they will be in grave danger of possession or worse. Lock your door from the inside before playing. This can be a fire risk, so make sure keys are handy, especially when using matches. If you have successfully lasted until 3 a.m., then you must go back to the largest room of the house and say, thank you for playing, but please to leave now. You are no longer welcome. There should be a noise in acknowledgement and the game will be over. If you do not hear a noise of some kind, then you should repeat that he is no longer welcome and the game is over. This sometimes takes a few repetitions. If you have won, then your prize will be rewarded soon after. Some people report that it was awaiting for them when they awoke the next morning. A final warning, a wish should not bring harm to anyone. No wishing that your teacher falls into a big hole or anything along those lines. There is a grave price for making this sort of deal with him, and he may decide that the game was not enough to honor it. Final warnings. Only play this game once. Just because you have asked him to leave doesn't mean he won't visit again. He cannot harm you unless you play the game again. And the final one. This is the one that my friends and I attempted to do, which is the 11-mile ritual. I have to find it. Requirements. A vehicle and the ability to operate it. A car is a common choice, but it's not the only option you may pick. A deep wish or desire. Instructions. Finding the road. Begin at night, ideally at a time when roads are not well traveled. Drive to the woods. The woods must be a particular type of woods. The road you must take to them must also pass through them. Drive. Enter the woods. Drive. Begin looking. Look carefully. Let your wish guide you. You will know the road when you see it. Drive. When you are certain you have found the road, turn down it. Traveling the miles. Take a moment if you need it. You may stop the car if you wish. Proceed only when you are ready. Drive. This is mile 1. If it gets cold, you may turn your heater on. Drive. This is mile 2. If you haven't turned your heater on, now would be a good time to do so. If you do not, you may regret this later. Drive. This is mile 3. Ignore any shadows in the trees, no matter how human they may seem. Drive. This is mile 4. Ignore any voices you may hear, no matter how human they may seem. Drive. This is mile 5. Ignore the vanishing of the trees, the sudden appearance of a lake, the glowing of the moon. Drive. This is mile 6. Ignore the returning of the trees, the disappearance of the stars, and the flickering of your headlights. If your radio turns on, ignore that too. Ignore it no matter what it says, but do not attempt to turn it off. You are halfway done. Drive. This is mile 7. Ignore again any voices you may hear. No matter how close they may seem, do not turn around, even if the voices appear to be coming from the back seat. Drive. This is mile 8. Slow down, but do not stop. Brake if your headlights flicker, but do not stop. No matter how cold it gets, do not stop. No matter what you see, do not stop. Drive. This is mile 9. Your vehicle may stall. Close your eyes. Attempt to restart your vehicle. Do not close your eyes. No matter what you hear, do not open your eyes. When your vehicle starts, hit the gas as fast as you can. When the mile is over, you may open your eyes. Drive. This is mile 10. Do not look in your rearview mirror. Drive. This is mile 11. Your vehicle may lose power, but continue to move. Let it. If you see a red light ahead, close your eyes. Close them tightly. Cover them with your hands if you must. Cover your ears if you can. Make sure you cannot see anything. No matter what you hear, do not look. No matter what you feel, do not look. No matter how hot it gets, do not look. When the power returns, stop your vehicle, open your eyes, take a moment, take a breath. Drive. Receiving your reward. Drive until the road dead ends. Stop. Relax. Close your eyes. Imagine your deepest desire, even if it has changed from what you began your journey. Imagine it all the same, changes and all. Simply imagine not simply desiring it, but possessing it. Open your eyes. If your desire was an object, check your trunk. If it is smaller than that, check your back seat. If it is smaller than that, check your pockets. If your desire was non-material, return to your life and check there. If it does not appear immediately, wait. Be patient. It will come. Completing the journey. You may have found at this point that you have returned to the start of the road. You may go home, or you may begin your journey again. The choice is yours. During your journey, do not do any of the following. Turn on the radio, tape deck, CD player, MP3 player, or any other music playing device. Use a cell phone. Open the windows. Drive faster than 30 miles per hour, or leave the car. And also, keep your eyes on the road. And also, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So guys, those are, how many did I end up doing? Was it 5? Yeah, those are the 5 top paranormal rituals that you should never try. And a little story time. On Monday night, my friends and I decided that we were going to do the 11-mile ritual. Obviously, I think we screwed some things up because the ritual did not end up working. But there were a little bit of weird coincidences, but I will wait till I have Shy with me to sit down and kind of talk about that. Anyway, guys, I love you all so much. My socials are in the description below, as well as the sources that I used for this. Make sure to leave a like, follow, comment, subscribe. I love hearing from you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!